Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about what you need to do if in the unfortunate incident of a tree falls down on your pool. I want to give you some tips on what to do, kind of where you go from here, what you should be looking for, and kind of some of the process of taking care of this. A lot of times during the winter, we have ice storms that weigh the trees down, heavy winds that end up blowing these trees down. And if it hits your pool, I want to get you in the right direction on what you need to do here. So the first thing is anything on this pool that needs to be replaced, anything that got damaged, you're going to have to go back to the manufacturer of the pool. And the best thing is contact the store you bought the pool from if you need that information. If you don't have the paperwork and you need to find out where it came from. People ask me if there's universal parts for these pools, and they're not. You have to go back to the manufacturer. Now, secondly, the pool is one big roll of sheet metal. Sometimes the way it looks on a swimming pool between all the vertical posts, like there's a bunch of 4 by 5 foot panels of wall, and that's not the case. It's one big roll. So if the walls got damaged, you have to replace the entire roll of wall, not just individual panels, because that's not how they make it. Now, another situation is if the pool is over 10 years old, it's going to be smarter to replace the entire pool than it is just the pool's wall. And here's why. Minerals in the soil speed up the rust process of the pool. So everything on your pool that is first to rust out is usually everything touching the ground underneath the soil. The soil is going to speed up that rust process. So the bottom track, that's holding the wall, the bottom plates, that's holding the wall. What's going to happen is those things are going to rust out first, and they're underground. You're probably not going to see it. And when you go to pull this wall out that's been there for 10 years, all that track and everything's going to be rusty and falling apart, and you're going to have to end up getting new track for it. So it's much more cost effective to replace the entire pool than it is just the pool's wall, or else you're going to be spending a fortune on individual parts. Plus, the pool's wall is a high percentage of the cost of an entire new framework. So it really is, on a pool 10 years or older, it's much more economical to just replace the entire pool. Another situation is, keep in mind that if your wall has been damaged, or you're going to have to drain your water down and pull your liner back to do any repairs from this tree, keep in mind that the liner will need to be replaced if you drain the pool. When you drain a vinyl liner pool, you ruin the liner and you'll have to put a new liner in it. So keep that in mind. Another one is, a lot of times that tree is going to hit the pool while you're at work, while you're asleep, while you're on vacation. It's going to puncture that liner. The pump was running, the water drains down, and now the pump's going to run for hours and hours and hours with no water in it. When that happens, a pump heats up and it can burn itself up. So keep in mind, if that happened to you, you might want to check your pump out. Now, the good news is homeowners insurance should cover your pool damages. Now, that's going to depend on your company, your policy, but for the most part, most people with homeowners insurance, their pool is going to be covered underneath that. So that's the positive news in this bad situation. So now when you're looking at the pool, this is what I want you to kind of pay attention to. If any of these individual parts have been damaged, that's really okay. You can end up getting those from a manufacturer in a week or two, getting them shipped in. You can replace your liner. That's not a big deal. The real test of what needs to be done when a tree hits your pool is how much damage the wall takes. You see here, there's quite a bit of damage on this wall. You're not going to be able to knock this out. You're not going to be able to make this look good. If your wall takes a lot of damage, you're either going to replace your wall or the entire pool. I hope this has helped you guys.